you so much for taking time to talk to us. Maybe we can start by you, telling us who you are and introducing yourself.
Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. My name is Erikan. I am the founder and managing partner of Audacity. Audacity is a crypto venture fund that is predominantly focused on investing in African crypto enabled companies.
So maybe again, I think Audacity is the first VC fund that focuses on African entrepreneurs. Maybe you want to elaborate for us, how did you, come up with that idea in the first place?
There are multiple ways that we got here, but one of them is late last year, I connected with a friend from college, and we decided to build a community of Black people from all over the world who are building crypto companies, who are executives at various financial institutions, who are crypto artists, who are investors or at least curious about investing at a more institutional level into crypto and startups. And that community very quickly became very successful in its ability to mobilize excitement amongst Black leaders who are actively in cryptocurrency, again, across 20 countries. So that includes representation across Africa, East, West, South, and Central. And we have some people from Egypt too, so we got Northern Africa covered as well. Then what was really cool was that community was able to do some really cool things for and with each other. One of those examples was the community mobilized around an artist named Micah Johnson, who released an NFT character called Aku. And in addition to just multiple amazing forces that came together, that NFT was able to generate $1 million of NFT sales in 1 minute, and very much launched Aku into the world and emboldened and excited so many people in our community of what we could do together. So with just that one example, it was clear that an investment vehicle that continuously invested in not only this community and the multiple ventures that would spin out from this community as a result of collective support from the community, wanted to invest in that opportunity, and of course so many more that are across the world that are led by people of Black or African descent, particularly because recognize that most people who are investing in companies right now, most people in crypto, most people in tech and in finance, do not understand Africa or markets where there's a predominant Black population. And so these communities are generally overlooked and underestimated. But we see that as an opportunity and a competitive advantage to invest in these parts of the world while no one else is looking. So it just made a lot of sense as a proud Nigerian woman, proud African, proud person of a Black diaspora to invest in not only my community, but invest in the economic opportunity that I know exists and really build the internet and build wealth at the same time.
That's actually quite noble, Erican. I mean, now talking about empowering Black people, maybe do you mind giving us maybe the similarities that are there between maybe, people of Black descent, whether you're in America or in Africa? Are there really similarities?
In terms of entrepreneurship, personality, culture?
Yes, like just holistically, yes.
Okay, well, I'll say that many different people of African descent or who identify as Black, however that kind of works out around the world, because there's many different ways that people perceive the word Black, but many people that generally identify with Black have a shared history in the world, and shared history in the sense of our communities are rich in resources, rich in culture, rich in creativity and new ways of doing things. Um, but emphasis on rich on resources and community, because many African communities are rich in cobalt, diamonds, cocoa, coffee, all of these amazing things that literally feed and fuel the entire planet. Cobalt, for example, is the most important element in every battery that exists in the world, including these spaceships that are going to Mars and going to space. And the greatest supply of cobalt in the world is in the Congo. So literally nothing turns on in this world without Congolese people who are mining the cobalt and trading it to manufacturers and eventually getting it into Apple and various technologies. So on the flip side, crypto, for example, is powered by energy and powered by things that have on and off buttons. So we don't have cryptocurrency and the future of the internet and all this innovation without thinking about Africans. In a similar way, Black Americans in the US, Black Brazilians, people in the Caribbean, in the UK, in Asia are very creative and in some cases particularly successful groups in the diaspora. So in the United States, Black Americans are incredibly, undeniably the reason why this country is as lucrative and economically successful as it is, given that they spent centuries building the nation from the ground up. And that has led to culture, wisdom, perspectives that has created music industries that are multi-billion dollar generating, that are driven by Black people, and all the way to technology, all the way to fashion and technology. So you think about TikTok, Cash App, Twitter, Clubhouse, all of these entities are things that in the United States have become popularized because Black people have chosen to make them popular with our creativity. And that invaluableness is what I believe to be the great connector of Black people around the world. Everywhere we go, we make somebody billions, and it's time that we capture those billions.
Awesome. I mean, yeah, thank you for actually breaking that down really nicely. Talking about blockchain now, we know that blockchains will form the next layer of the internet now. And now with all these industries now being created and relying on the blockchain now, do you see also, African culture and African influence also like playing a huge role in this ecosystem?
I do. I think it's actually the center. And I say that because where is the fastest growing demographic of crypto and blockchain consumption? It's actually predominantly centralized in Nigeria. And that's fastest growing adoption across the world is like crypto, specifically Bitcoin in Nigeria. So like we can get as excited as we want to about Coinbase and Binance and all these other entities, but Nigerians, Africans are saying this is what we need to move through our day to day, let alone solve the myriad of problems that are actually incredible economic opportunities. So with this next generation of the internet being built, this new layer, there's a lot across Africa alone that can be integrated with crypto and with blockchain. There are a few examples of how our culture will show up best. I think our cultural export is the most untapped resource that we have yet to capitalize on, and this is a perfect moment for us to do that. NFTs are just a tool within the world of crypto and blockchain that enable people to put out some form of creativity, IP, asset that is now digitized, that is now made purchasable and accessible by anyone, anywhere in the world. So films, music, fashion, all of those things can be tokenized of African culture and sold, and pandemonium can be generated around them more than they already are to people all over the world, because people can now buy a piece of ownership in African culture, which is really important considering that the diaspora community on its own loves seeing its community on the ground do great things. And so, a lot of people love Burna Boy, all races, backgrounds, etc. But it rings different if you're a Nigerian in the diaspora and you just really want to see more Nigerians on ground be successful. Everyone, we love Lupita, right?
Yeah.
We love what she's done with Black Panther. We love how she's put on for Kenya. We love all the things she represents. If Lupita had her own token, $ Lupita, we could all say, Lupita, we believe in you so much. I'm going to give you $100. And if 1,000 people gave Lupita $100, Lupita could probably buy new land for an entire school if she wanted to, or make an investment in a local Kenyan company that her and her friends decide they want to invest in because of the pandemonium around Lupita's brand as an African, which she is an export of African identity and culture, and she plays that well. So I think crypto and blockchain is essential and will be a key fabric in African societies on the continent, but also globally. And I think a main driver of it will be our culture, which is increasing in global interest and demand as musicians become more successful, as films come out, Black Panther comes out, all these different things. We'd be really foolish if we didn't integrate crypto and technology into our cultural export.
Awesome, Erikan. So now with all of this happening, and again, thank you for really like breaking it down for us like that. Now, how do you help startups or entrepreneurs in the space? And if I have maybe a startup that I want also to get some investment, so how do I go about that?
So first, you would want to affirm within yourself that you've are building something that can be enabled or powered by crypto or blockchain. So just like we're only prioritizing those companies. So if you're a healthcare company and you have no plans of doing anything related to crypto or blockchain, you're best to reach out to somebody else. As much as we'd want to take your, concept, if you're thinking about incorporating a crypto or blockchain strategy, which I certainly want to support healthcare and blockchain coming together, then we have something there. But if you're just kind of like, I just think we're gonna pitch Audacity so we can get money, like it won't work like that. So once you've decided, okay, cool, we have a crypto blockchain enabled company, you want to go to audacity.fund, AUDACITY.fund, and pitch us on the button that says pitch us. And so you could just send us an email with your details, your fund deck, your company deck, some details that really let us know what it is you're building, and then we'll do as best as we can to get back to you as soon as we can to have a conversation with you on what you need. And what we offer as a fund are many things. One, investing is a pain, and particularly for African founders, it can be hard to run a business in the local economy, the local climate, with all of the sort of nuances that exist with being a founder, especially in emerging markets, and also try and run a team and still be a mom, a dad, a son, a daughter, a student, whatever, and email people in China and the United States to get $1 million for your startup idea. Like, that's a lot to do. So we like to be helpful in introducing you to other investors so you can speed in your time of fundraising and hopefully get more sooner, which is a big help to founders. On top of that, my past experience in particular has advised several companies across Africa, some of which are now $1 billion companies. So really thinking about what is your product market fit, what's your scale strategy, what's your strategy for growth and scale, what markets should you be thinking about that you're not thinking about. So kind of having a chief strategy officer come and build with you is certainly a value proposition. And then on top of that, building community and building a brand and building momentum around your crypto technology is the greatest way to success. So ensuring you have a strategy and or support to become as viral and widely known and adopted as possible. So part of that includes injecting culture leaders and influencers, hopefully like some of the names that I've mentioned earlier, like those types of people, infuse them into the crypto startups that you yourself are pitching, so that with the brand and notoriety of various African and Black influencers, you're able to kind of leverage their star power to increase your reach, essentially help you get to the masses.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm sure a lot of our listeners obviously, look forward to that. So I think we'll just drop a link right below this video where they can actually, apply. Erikan, as we close, maybe you might have a word of advice for, African founders, entrepreneurs, that sage advice. What's that sage advice you might offer to people who are building in the blockchain and crypto space?
My sage advice is to use this moment as a once in a lifetime opportunity to build very creatively what Africa and Africans need, and not be as tempted to make the copycat of what is popular elsewhere in the world. So really, like, this is the time to have the crazy ideas. This is the time to think of something that you don't think many people will agree with you on, but like, come to Audacity and like, let's do our best to figure out how you can get the support you deserve. Go big or go home. This is that moment.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Erikan, for speaking with us today.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
See y'all.